Hello everybody and how are you doing? Welcome to another cast of StarCraft 2 by myself, Wardy. This is a match from the World Team League, Dragon Phoenix Gaming taking on Team Liquid. We joined this one already 2-0 for DPG. This is going to only feature the two games that Zest and Clem play against each other. Again, whether it's 1-1, 2-0, whatever. It's two games no matter what, and enjoy basically. But the one little footnote I wanted to put in the start is that it was announced after this series, after these games, that these are Zest's last ever official games of StarCraft 2. After this, his team announced that he was leaving the team and that he was going to his mandatory military service. So, unless the StarCraft 2 is still around and tournaments for him to play when he gets back, this is the last we're seeing of Zest for a couple of years. So, I mean, bittersweet, but let's hope that you guys have enjoyed watching him in the last couple of years and making the most of him, or over the last 10 years, I guess. And I hope you guys enjoy one final Zest series from us here today in WardiTV. Here in game number 3 of this best of 7, let's see what Clem can do. Try and bring Liquid back into this. What's score for it, Drew? Well, I feel like that's a whole new level of hexagon that we're not quite, they didn't build these hexagons around having a, having an Idra also available. Zest hair versus Clem's hair. It's funny because I feel like Clem has almost gone for more kind of what was more recently kind of Zest hair, and now Zest has moved on to different kind of hair. I mean, I guess Zest hair was never really quite this messy. Clem's definitely got more hair than he used to have, though, right? What about a metric for adaptability of playstyles? I mean, there's only so many points you can have on a hexagon, right? I mean, we could break it down unit by unit. Reaper control, worker stacking. I think obviously there's got to be a limit somewhere. Just can't have stats and stats and stats, and they're just meant to be a little bit of fun and stuff. Nothing too serious. We will lose the first SCV on the front. No attempt to bring that back as the Zealot over here going to apply some pressure. Seems to be a thing right now, building a Zealot more frequently in the early game. PVT, again, I feel like that SCV is very savable. As the Reaper getting caught by the Stalker right now, gets a grenade off that buys a bit of time. But yeah, the second SCV, both SCVs probably could have made at least an attempt, right, to have moved back, but they just made no attempt at all, so... All interesting is we do see our Stalker back into the center, just going to have a starport coming up. The Oracle is on the way in from Zest as well, and the Warp Gate building also, so just getting all of that online for now. Also, guys, I don't make the hexagons, I just see them on the screen. So if you're ever upset about the hexagons, go shout at the World Team League broadcast, tell them. Copyright, then he designed the heptagon. Oh my god. Let's just have a decahedron. Hexagons are so 2021. Let's get the decahedrons out for 2023. Or at least 2022 Season 2. It's going to be seen now Phoenix producing off the Stargate. A third Nexus is coming down. As the Oracle gets in across the map, one would have mind is going to get burrowed. The other gets burrowed too. The Oracle staying out of reach. Zest is going to get himself some reasonable damage done with this first Oracle. Takes a few more shots as he leaves. And make sure to save this SCV. Does not want it going down if avoidable at this point. Wants to try and make sure he can keep everything alive as best as he can. Full barracks are building up from Clem, so finally getting towards his 3 racks production. And this has taken a pretty comfortably timed third base. Wouldn't say that that's super quick or anything, just... I guess actually it was a bit before 4 minutes. I guess it is on the faster side of things. It didn't seem too quick, but I guess that's just because he's been seemingly in so much control. But yeah, the Oracle, and now he's building, again, not just one Phoenix, but multiple Phoenix, I believe. So, multi-Phoenix coming out. Generally, that means we're going to move into charge behind this. That's going to be very good against any early pushes. If Clem wants to attack early, I mean, Clem into those 3 racks now might just go for a lot of units, and I mean that could obviously still lead into a push, but it's definitely going to be better against these elves than a lot of the other bits and pieces could have been. Should be 2 stats for each unit. Attack and defense. No, you know what? It should be, yeah, you know what? That'd be great as well, because then we could have, oh my god, Bjorn is like a 10 with Reapers, and but Bjorn is like a 0 with, I don't know, Spellcast. I guess he uses his ghost a fair amount nowadays. Definitely some Zergs who have like 10s on Roaches, Lings, and Banes, and about a 1 on 1 on the Viper Infester. Oh my goodness. I wonder how you could actually graphify that, right? Like how could you actually make that information kind of cool to see as a picture? There's definitely a way. There'll definitely be a way. That'd be pretty neat, I'm sure. What are you calling Sue out right now? Yo, I didn't say any names at all, okay? You guys are literally talking and putting names into Twitch chat. I can't believe it. Why would you guys do such a thing? Twitch chat. This is why these pro players don't want to read Twitch chat, because you just come in here and abuse them straight away. Oh yeah. Unbelievable. Quick attack from Clem, and this is where that charge is going to be very useful. It's moments away from finishing. It will be done before an attack happens, because Clem's not going to fight before his stim is done. Plus 1 attack is also momentarily going to be finishing too. And that up and online, as we do have our Phoenix coming in, lifting up a few of these Marines. The Zealots charging through, and this is what I mean. The Zealots are so good at these sort of situations. They lift up one of these mines that was higher HP, looked as though it wasn't going to go down. And Zest is going to defend this first wave of the attack from Clem pretty comfortably. Nicely handled there so far. Just going to see our Marines continue to chase the Phoenix away. Put a mine. Oh, gets burrowed. I mean, actually, there's a cannon there, so there's detection anyway. So even if it gets burrowed and then... Oh my goodness. What? Sometimes I wonder. Like, sometimes wouldn't mines shoot when they really shouldn't, and sometimes they don't shoot when they really should. That should have 100% been the shot. It was burrowed up for so long. Maybe it just retargeted after a probe went out of reach. One Widow Mine goes off, the other lifted again by the Phoenix. Zest has been pretty good about his micro so far. Really making sure these mines can't get as involved as they want to be. I was like, oh, so, wow, great splits as well. 2 Zealots targeted by mines, both split away. I was going to say, I gotta say, Zest has just been very defensive. Look at all the cannons he continues to build. Really just going into more and more static defense, saying, yeah, as long as I'm, you know, as long as I'm safe, I'm going to be in a good position the longer this game goes. So he's making sure that Clem is not going to have success with the aggressive attacks in. And, well, again, with the micro that Zest has shown us so far, it's definitely working. The Phoenix do grab a medevac off from the side. Gonna be able to clean that out. Maybe Clem targeted. Yeah, I did think about whether he targeted, but I think it's more likely he was maybe just initially on a probe that went out of reach as it ran towards the base or something, and then just like switched. Because I don't think there's any reason for Clem to necessarily target there straight away. I feel like you just want to go off ASAP because you know you're being chased down. Now, there's too many units from Zest. Just good defense across the map. Clem doesn't get anything done with his aggression, and Dragon Phoenix Gaming moved to a 3-0 scoreline already, looking very good over here, and it is just randomized. And then the maps. There is still a starting map for, you know, the first, second, and third best of 2, but that's not revealed until the players are set now, because again they felt as though they were getting too many mirror matchups because too many teams were playing, you know, the player that's good on that one specific map and whatever and stuff. So yeah, it's basically just random now, which is a little bit worse in terms of overall strategy, but maybe arguably a little bit better for our viewership's sake. I don't know. Tough one to make a call on, honestly. Curious Minds from map number 2. See what happens here. A beautiful World Team League logo and their sponsors. Thank you so much for making World Team League a thing. We appreciate it. You enjoy this event. Does each team at least submit their 3 players? Yes, no, it's no, it's not random selection of players. The teams send out their players. The teams say this guy, and this guy, and they specifically send them out in order of 1, 2, 3 as well. It's just that order is somewhat random still. So DPG specifically sent Hero first, Zest second, and Q a third. But it is still kind of just random who they get because there's no real logic behind the 1, 2, 3. They like that was the one thing that did change. Like there used to be some logic behind the order because you would have seen, oh, the first map for player 1 is this. So maybe don't send a Zerg out because that's a good Terran map, or maybe send someone out that can snipe a Terran player. But like I say, they removed that part of it. So, but yeah, they could have sent Dark out. They could have sent Rogue out. DPG decided not to. They could still send them out if this gets to an ace match as well, which plays 100% in the hands of the teams. You love the watching without video option. Well, you know, you say this, but to be fair, I actually do watch a lot of Twitch with audio only as well, so I actually could genuinely use the little no video symbol, but I don't because I never talk in Twitch chats because I'm a lurker. Dirty, dirty lurker. Fully upgraded with adaptive talons and seismic spines. How many good players did DPG have? Pretty much the entire roster is full of good players. Zest still not in the military? No. We really don't know what's going on with Zest. It feels like they almost forgot about Zest. I feel like Zest has been prepared to go to the military for like the last eternity. And just hasn't happened, so yeah, it feels like they sort of forgot about him, apart from when he tries to travel. Dark Shrine coming down versus a proxy starport, so Clem playing one base, Zest DTing the one base. There is a second CC coming up, at least from Clem. That's good, because obviously an extra orbital, extra scans. The bad news for Clem is there's not really much chance that he's going to end up playing a Raven, right? Because you just don't really play Raven off one base openings. It doesn't really fit in. So that's going to be that option kind of not really accessible, as you get 2 probes on the low ground, and we will now start to look for more as we hop into the main base. We lose 1 heli in there straight away, and wow, is he really only going to get like a couple of workers? He's going to get, he should have had 1 more there. You can see his reaction. He knows that he misclicked. He didn't get the target fire on that low HP probe, and he misclicked the heli in a way, so it moved too quickly. Oh, that's frustrating. Clem is not having a good time here, guys. He is not having a good time at all. Hey, Oswavo, thank you for making me have a good time, though. 30-month resub! Boom, 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 boom! Thank you so much for resubscribing. Let's got ourselves the couple of pros do go down. These helis come back in. Oh my god, the redrop does more than the first drop. 5 kills! Okay. Clem gets something in the end as DTs show up, though, and Clem's preparation for DTs. Well, one of his scanning... Oh, no, no, no. If the DT stays underneath the orbital, yeah, don't let that orbital land, and then you're going to be denying some scans. Okay, he's going to let it land. I feel like that's a big mistake from Zest, because that's half of Clem's potential scans denied if you just keep that orbital in the sky. Don't get me wrong, maybe it doesn't matter here, but like it just feels like that's something he could have done with 1 DT. As DTs are going to get in, they're going to just look to shut down production as well, by the way. Reactor going down. There is a scan. We're going to morph an Archon. I guess we don't have a recall out. Oh no, he's just going to use this Archon on a tank while the Stalkers show up. Trying to get the medevac. The Archon gets a shot off. As Zest moves back down to the low ground, Clem is in some trouble. Down a bunch of workers, down an army. Can he recover here? He will have the tank to help him stabilize. A couple of adepts up into the main base are going to try and look for some SCVs. As I believe Zest just misclicked onto the depot. This has been a messy game from both. They have both had moments of misplays so far. Oh no, the orbital's going to go down though. Oh, instantly GG, says Clem. DPG will get it done 4-0 here today against Team Liquid. No messing around at all.